I get down.
Let me know I get down.
I get down.
Let me know I
Just
get
let me know I get down.
Let me know I get down.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me know I
Just hit me more, I get down.
Let me know I get down.
Yeah.
Let me know I
Just let me know I get down.
Let me know I get
That I can see my notes and everything.
Oh, word. Oh, this nigga got no, she ain't playing, man. We talking about rap. What's good, bro?
Yo, man, I'm not good when you put me on. When I get put on the spot, I forget so much shit. Like I know y'all know, like I'm like a little encyclopedia with the shit that I do know. The shit that I do know, I'm accurate as fuck with. But like when the cameras start, I guess I'm just not used to when the cameras start rolling, then I get brain freeze.
Yeah. It's crazy because you still do, like, you're still fired with it, though. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, man. A part of why I was so reluctant to do podcasting is because I wanted to be nice with it. I wanted to make sure that I was accurate. I wanted to make sure I was up on shit. And like one thing about, I mean, we're not even unk at this point. We definitely grandpa at this point. You know what I'm saying? And shit be happening on the internet, and I be seeing people talking about it. I'm like, where the fuck do y'all even know? Like Kid Cudi and Jim Jones got some little back and forth happening right now, and I know, and I'm like, that's why I had to dead that on this show. I was like, yo, we ain't gonna be talking about current shit because ain't no way I'm staying current. I'm too grown
I ain't gonna hold you. Like with the first podcast I was doing, like it was boxing. So my role was to not know shit.
yeah.
So I kind of approached the podcast with like, yo,
I
I'm
remember
just
that
here
too.
to talk to y'all. Like, I might get some shit right. I'll
Yeah.
let you know that I might get some shit right. You know what I mean? And if I think I know what I'm talking about, you can hear me talk loud like I think I know what I'm talking about. And I still might be wrong, but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
give a fuck.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So one thing that we talked about at the end of 2025 is we love that it was a great year. I kind of reflected on it. I was like, was this a different year, or was it just because old heads came outside? So I decided to come outside, and then I said it was a great year. That's very possible, but it felt like a different year, and a lot of people said that. And so it's going into 2026, trying to forecast what's going to be in 2026. You know, obviously you can only predict for so much, but what's it going to be? How's it gonna sound? Who's gonna hold it, right? And I think we have some early answers
mm.
so far because it looks like Ti cut his hair and he want to make some new music. Did you hear the new Ti song?
Whoa. Did he actually cut his hair though?
Yeah,
Oh my God. Hey, it's
cut
funny,
his hair.
bro. I was listening to Ebro when they said T.I. had a new song out. And I
Yeah,
haven't been a fan of T.I. I think when he said the word expeditionally, I think from that point, like everything he did, like kind of irritated me.
he
So I
became
did
a
like
meme of like, yeah, like
so
with
I
the whole big
forgot, but I
word shit.
forgot how much of a like how much I rock with T.I.
Yeah,
This song sounds like that T.I. Like
yeah,
fuck, like it sounds perfect. So yeah, I'm definitely here for that. I
yeah.
mean, oh,
And
for real.
we gonna see, like, I'm a big Ti fan. I stopped listening to his shit after the last few albums. I felt like I wasn't really here for him. And so if he's trying to get back to the vibe, then I'm cool with it. He cut his hair, like I said. There's a video for it. I didn't see the video. I like the song. It was a little bit of a reminder to me that what's special about Nas is like Nas can tap into old Nas, at least with the pen level and the skill level. I'm very curious if Ti can do that as well, because I know it's not exactly the same as far as skill level. It wasn't always about skill with Tip. It was a lot of swag, and it was just a lot of
But at the same
energy
time,
level.
I think it was surprisingly that Atlanta nigga spit like Tip though. Like when it
Correct.
first came out, like it was like, oh, this nigga spit, and then you hear the
Correct.
accent and whatever. Like yeah, so
And he can take it up a notch too with the spin,
yeah.
because he doesn't always have to do that, but like he can. And so I'll say I'm optimistic for sure. I like the new record. So there's that. I think there's some grumblings. Obviously, Drake is gonna come out this year, but the main thing I really wanted to talk about, outside of IDK, because I'll get to IDK, because that shit that he put out. If you heard it, did you hear it,
Yes,
bro?
yes, yeah.
That shit, that shit is it. Like he really did it with that one. But what I want to talk about is JCole. JCole is, and the reason, and I know you said, hey, we already talked about JCole. We did the J. Cole versus Common with the fake comparison that I basically made up in my head. But I want to talk more about this FallOff shit because I feel like he's been obviously talking about it for a long time, and it looks like we're finally gonna get it. We're gonna get it in a few weeks. Pause. Um, what as you're more of a J. Cole fan than me, so what do you feel about this statement that he's trying to make, and the fall off in general? I feel like the fall off is like the like Dr. Dre's album that never came out and shit. Like it was a unicorn until it's finally here.
That's so funny because I had so much to say, and I'm getting better at letting motherfucker talk. I'm proud of myself for that. But the consequences is you forget what you want to say. Um, so I don't know if you noticed a little Grinch going on when you started talking about how more and more I started to smile. You know what I mean? And then when you brought up the Drake comparison, I don't know if you might change my face changed a little bit. I think with Cole, with Cole, everything's been calculated. So for one, I have high expectations for this album because I can't think of a point where he didn't give you what you wanted. Even if we're talking about the whole backing up the battle joint, he still gave you what you wanted and or expected from Cole.
Right.
He been talking about the fall off for a long time. I think it would have dropped earlier if this thing wouldn't have happened. It felt like with Cole, he had everything planned out. And it's crazy because I didn't think about that till a couple weeks ago when he was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Cole was like, yo, I'm actually done with this third. It didn't give us a fall off. I was cool with that because that was so cold. When I was so happy with I shout out my homeboy Zach a lot when he posted the clip from the car wash or whatever. You know that motherfucker came from a video that only had 300 views.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I saw the dude who made the voiceover talk
Yeah,
about it. Yeah,
that's crazy. But
that is dope.
all that to say, like I'm here for it. I'm super here for it. It's cold. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like I'm super excited. That shit had me hype as fuck. Like
I'm very excited about it also because I'm always excited for anything that J. Cole does. I feel like I've been very disappointed by a lot of the shit that J. Cole does over his entire career, but I've always been excited for it. Like, cause I've never lost my he'll never lose his props for me. He'll never lose his standing for me.
what's
Um,
disappointing about Cole? I hate to do
I
this,
don't
but
like his albums. I think his albums are whack. For the most part, I like
damn, man, you
them.
gotta stop using such strong words, my nigga.
I think his album. I listened to the documentary, which I know you didn't listen to, right?
Yeah, I both do after you
The
told me.
shit with him and Ebe. I listened to it. It made me. It took me back to the warm up era of him, and just hearing him talk about. It made me fall in love with him as an artist again, just because of how much I
J,
really like him as a person and how much I
J.
really
Cole's
appreciate.
J. Cole's your whiz for me. It sounds like.
Right, like you want to like him more than you
No,
do.
no, it sounds like his earlier projects, which were mixtapes,
Yeah.
you love. But when it came to the point where he had to make like an actual album, they didn't really hit the mark because he was trying to do something to make singles or whatever.
I
It's
don't know. Yeah,
okay.
I don't know if it was the trying to make singles part. Like, I just think that yeah, that's a good comparison that he's my whiz. But for me, like, I listened to the documentary. It made me want to go back through the catalog because I had that feeling like I just didn't really like the albums as much. And then when I went back through the catalog, I was like, nah, I really just don't like the albums as much. But the reason why he'll never lose his standing with me is because I'll never not respect his pen, right? I'll never not respect his pen. I'll never not respect his bars. I'll never not respect his who he is as a person, what he has. I think the ultimate thesis, if everything that he did you put it together in one album and treat it like a dissertation, what was the point of it, right? What was the thesis? What was the statement that he's trying to make from start to finish in his career? I have the ultimate respect for it, for who he is and what he wants to be. It just, the execution never came out to me the way I really wanted it to, specifically with starting from Born Sinner and even and KOD, and what's the one with the basketball on fire? The shit where he came back. I forget what that shit is called. I just don't like those albums. I don't like the KOD album. I hate For Your Eyes Only. I just, like, I know I'm using strong words, but again, I'm still very excited for this album. I
Is
liked
there
the last one, the Might Delete Later. I like that shit a lot.
is there another rapper you could think off the top of your head who doesn't give you the albums that you want?
Jadakiss.
Hey, this is a good these are good segues.
I know because the Jadakiss and Common shit they were talking about,
But
right?
at the same time, I wanted to throw my phone across the street when I heard Fat Joe talking about Cole. And it's funny because that's the tip I was on for like a whole week after
I
Cole.
didn't hear him talking about JCole. What did he say?
The fact that he can't respect Cole ever.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't want to say ever again. He can't respect Cole at that point.
because of him backing out the battle.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like I
You
said, I
should have
was
backed
on
out the battle with Ja Rule the way he smoked your ass on the Verzuz stage. But anyway,
yo,
he should have backed
I
right out of that.
forgot that
He got
happened
smoked.
by
Smoked.
Ja Rule with the same chick.
And respectfully, Ja Rule's gonna smoke a lot of y'all on that Verzuz stage,
Big
but
time.
specifically you, Fat Joe.
But
And
the
I
funny
thought
thing
Fat
about
Joe
it,
was
Fat Joe was dumb enough to get up there. Like a lot of rappers knew that
I
about
thought
that.
Fat Joe had a chance personally. I was like, man, if Fat Joe takes it to the street records, and then I was like, and I was like, shit, man, I was talking shit. I
Fat Joe though.
clearly I was wrong.
It's
Yeah.
Fat Joe though. Like his stories are good, but a lot of them included bad decisions. Like the fuck are we talking about here?
So anyway, I know so my whole thing with the fall off. Here's my thing with the fall off. The concept of the fall off. I bet you this is gonna be a dope ass record. That first song he put out is crazy. And this is one of the illest, I would say, one of the illest lyricists to ever pick up the pen, for sure.
Mhm.
If you look at his discography, right, we're not getting tours anymore, right? We're not getting a lot of beats anymore. You sold Dreamville. We're not getting albums. We're barely getting features, right? Do you just not like rapping? Like, why are we quitting altogether? Like, we get a J. Cole album, if you look at the discography, every 2 years, which is a fucking eternity in 2026.
Is
Why
it?
can't we just get a J. Cole album every 2 years?
Because he told y'all his plan a decade ago
That I'm just not doing this shit no more.
that this is gonna be the order of my albums, and the last one's gonna be called the Fall Off. But I am an MC, but so don't be surprised when you see me on nigga single. Like I think that's what's gonna happen. It's just like, and then I think and he Cole would be what Hove is to you, if that makes sense. How you're
Mhm.
waiting on the Hove album the rest of your life, I'll be
Yeah.
waiting on the Cole album the rest of my life. We'll be talking about rap the entire time.
But don't we think, I think that Jay-Z being 50 plus years old and having the body of work that he has probably deserves that a little bit more than Cole. I
I
think
think I think Cole with the aura that he's given the entire time and the body of work that you don't like, but most people love,
mhm.
could do the same thing because he told you he was gonna do this. I think that's really what I think it's more about the fact that a lot of MCs or a lot of artists they rap too long
But why does he want to quit so bad? I'm just
because he
curious.
want to live life. He don't.
Is he not? But is he not doing that already? Like I said, he's
Yeah,
not
I know.
giving.
And every time he come back, you can tell how much he enjoyed just living life. Like he's one of them artists. Like, it's like he just enjoys. Like you said, he just enjoyed this more than he enjoy rap. And I can hear
Yeah.
you saying, why does it? Why I can hear you saying, why does he not like just rapping anymore? Nigga, we don't rap
Or
no more.
or just put it. No, I mean like, yeah, I'm not him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hold on. Whoa. Just like Fat Joe was saying, like you still was on track saying like you're the best, you was the nicest, or you saying you're not important to hip hop. So
I'm saying like I'm just I just don't get the whole argument of like after this I'm finished with it. Like, is it just to where like you've accomplished if he comes out with this record and he says, man, I've just accomplished so much and I've done so much that my perspective on all of this shit is completely changed and I just don't feel any obligation to being in the spotlight anymore and all this stuff. Like I understand if it's like, hey man, I've said everything that I need to say. publicly, and I just don't have anything to say anymore. That feels very Andre 3000. It's like, of course you have shit to say. Like the world changes, things happen, you ain't got no kind of response to it. Like I have a hard time believing that he's not going to be making music anymore. Maybe he's going to be making it for himself. I have a hard time believing he's not going to be writing anymore. Like he's not going to still be him, the dude that's going to be like, yo, man, that's going to write a crazy, 50 bar joint, just wake up in the morning and go dumb off of it. And so it's like, why do you want to fall off? Why do you feel you have fallen off? You haven't fallen off. You haven't fallen off. Like, listen to the shit that he just put out. This is one of the illest niggas to ever do it, bro. He hasn't fallen off. His beats haven't fallen off. Nothing about you has fallen off. You've just decided that you don't want to be, you don't want to maintain the status that you have. But here's the thing: you haven't maintained that status for about 10 years now, and you've been telling us that you don't want to maintain that status. Guess what? You really haven't. You don't put out music, you don't pop up, you're not a presence at all, and that's cool. That's cool with me. I just want the music.
Yeah, I love when you talk about Cole or rappers that I love, because the range of emotions you put me through while I'm listening. Because at first it was like, yo, you're good at this. You're making me anticipate this album so much. Because now I'm curious about what the fuck does the fall off mean? Like,
what does it even mean? I'm just,
but I'm saying, but what you're saying is making me think that, is it the fact that he think he's done enough and he's good with this, or he wants to do this, that, and the third? Like, I'm more curious than I was about just getting the Cole out. Like, I'm just happy to get the Cole out. Now you're making me want to think, like, okay, what is the whole meaning behind it? Because I know that album is going to explain it. Like, that's what I'm about.
Yeah, maybe the fall off is going to explain what we have seen over the last 10 years. The fact that he sold the label, the fact that he doesn't put out music, the fact that he dropped out of the battle, the fact that like maybe his opinion of himself is like, I've fallen off. This isn't my standard. If I wanted to, the old me would give y'all a new album every year and a mixtape every 6 months and beats and a new label and la la la. Maybe the fall off is his explanation of the past and not necessarily anticipation of the future, that you're just never going to hear from me again. I find it very difficult that we're just never going to hear from him again. I don't think that's going to happen. But if the fall off is, hey, I'm explaining what's happened over the last few years and why I divested from my label and why it feels like I've abandoned this shit, then cool. I would love to hear an explanation for all of it. At the end of the day, I don't really, at the end of the day, I'm just grateful for any contribution that he gives, because I think he's a fucking genius. And I think he's one of the dopest to ever do it. And I think he has the right perspective. I love his perspective. I love who he is as a dude, man. And he just wants to be himself and all of that shit. And I wish there was more of it. And, I'm disappointed that I'm disappointed in the music that he's dropped, but I'll never take nothing away from who that dude is as an artist. It just doesn't always connect with everybody. And I'm not gonna like lie and fake like some shit because I like you. But like ultimately, like, I'm very excited for this. And I do think he has the opportunity to give us, to do that rare thing where you drop something early in the calendar, but it ends up maintaining and being one of the illest things on the calendar for the whole year. And I'm just excited, man. I really hope that he really kills it on this shit.
So did he say he's not doing a tour, or the fact that he hasn't said he's doing a tour by now when the album coming out?
I'm just saying he hasn't done one. Like, we haven't seen him outside. And maybe I missed something, but like, I know we haven't seen him. You know what I'm saying?
Who's another rapper that don't give you projects that you like?
Well, I said besides Jadakiss?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. I would have to. Yeah, you put me on
that category.
Yeah, I was gonna think of him. I felt like that was almost too easy. Like, I had to think of a different one. But yeah, Fab. The thing to explain with Jadakiss and Fab, I feel like they both fall in the same category. And you really the same thing with JCole is I think so highly of them as MCs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And again, all three of them, Cole, Fab, and Kiss, all three of them, nothing that they've done makes me think any less of them as MCs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like, if people are gonna sit here and knock them and be like, oh, but the albums and this and that, like, if we end up having that argument, I would probably be the one on the other side of the argument being like, yeah, but nah, he's too much of a legend, and here's this, this, and this. I would argue strongly, I'd argue vehemently for all three of them if we ended up being in a situation where I felt like the slight was going too far,
Yeah.
if the disrespect was going too far. And for a lot of the same reason, maybe not for Fab. I think Fab, I think Fab, I can't argue for Fab so much just because it's hard for me to respect him after how he treats his family and shit.
Yeah.
But like, but all three of them dudes, I think very, very highly of, and their and they have different contributions. People contribute in different ways. So my argument that I was saying that Nas is has a greater career than Jay-Z, if you're gonna look at it from one lens of his albums, right? That's just one way of looking at it. Like Fab has one of the most legendary mixtape careers out of anybody ever. And so does Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? From the soul tapes to what Fab was doing on Clue tapes, every single Clue tape that came out.
Like
bro,
knowing you was gonna get a Fab free to start a Clue tape was a time.
and it wasn't just the Clue tapes, it was also the Monday night mixtape, the Clue show that was on Hot 97 every Monday. Every Monday let off with something from Fab, and he was going dumb every fucking time. Like he's too much of a legend. And if you think that their body of work, JCole, Kiss, and Fab, if you think that their body of work and Nas is limited to just their albums, then you don't know their body of work enough. And you're not listening to enough hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? To be on that shit. And that's why I still hold them in the regard, because I'm enough of a fan that I remember all the mixtapes, and I remember the freestyles, and I remember the moments, because sometimes the moments fall outside the lines of these LPs, of these commercial releases. And I think all three of those artists didn't always hit the mark on their commercial releases to match the level of where they was as MCs and to match the moments that they've really captured. But ultimately, I'm not gonna take nothing away from none of them. None of their spots is questionable to me.
It's funny when you was talking about how he was going off. I'm just thinking about segueing to this album. Was there a release date or anything for this album from IDK, or it just dropped?
I don't know if there was a release date. I mean, probably wasn't paying enough attention to it. He was promoting it. There's videos for it. Yeah, he was promoting it. Boy,
were you rocking with IDK? Okay, so did you already have his albums in your discography, or was he one of the dudes that he nice and that was it?
He's just one of these dudes that I know who he is, and he's nice, and haven't spent enough effort, put him in the category of nicest dudes that we don't talk about enough on this show. I know he has body of work. I've listened to him before. JID, IDK, I used to confuse them because it's three-letter acronyms and shit. But they're obviously very, very different. But this project, man, this project goes hard, man. And you gonna pull me in real quick when you got some K Tronada beats on there. And the shit with him, Pusha T, and K Tronada, there's a few K Tronada joints, but the first single with him and Pusha T, which we talked about the last show we had, I was like, yo, that single is something. That's the hardest shit I've heard so far. And, he got some Conductor Williams beats on there. Man, that shit is just a good project. The beats and the rhymes and the statement and the artwork and the name, even The Devil Smiles. I was like, boy, this shit fire.
I didn't even know that.
And the ETDS, you didn't know what it stands for?
Oh, it's cool.
ETDS, yeah. And it's hosted by DJ Who Kid, and it's a mixtape. And
it feel like a mixtape though. It feel like a mixtape, but it feel like that era of mixtapes where they elevated to have like very good songs on them. It wasn't just like a whole bunch of this, he nice type shit.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I forgot all about the whole joint with Pusha T till it came on. You know what I mean? I forgot about the joint. Forgot about joint with DMX till it came on. Like, this.
I never heard the joint with DMX. That shit's fire.
Yeah. And I usually don't like DMX songs. I didn't know how far blasphemous I wanted to carry it. I like fuck that joke. Like nothing recently. But we'll do that one of these days.
Yeah. And DJ Who Kid, as far as DJs voiceover ad libs and shit like that. Like I know people like I don't know how much people like drama. Like I've never been like a huge fan of drama ad libs. I think he's very very extra. Whatever. DJ Who Kid it has one of the most classic ad lib talk over voice aesthetic everything side of
Yeah.
pop out your mouth pop pop like he's a fucking legend man. And it was very very cool to hear his voice on there and to hear it throughout that it was really there was a lot of continuity with it. The whole shit was just it's just very well done. People need to go fuck with that.
Yeah, yeah. What else you been? We've been off like 2-3 weeks. What else you been peeping? Yeah.
Yeah, so here's my little list of shit that I really fuck with.
You fuck with
Shout
random. My bad. You fuck with
huh?
random. You fuck with random Griselda niggas.
Um
I consider everybody in Buffalo Griselda. My bad.
is special random Griselda nigga.
No, hell yeah.
Not
That's
right? Yeah, he's the Hall of Fame of random Griselda
yeah.
niggas.
But now I was asking because El Camino
Yeah.
he dropped the project.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it. I fuck with El Camino.
Yeah,
I need to do better at finding where shit is because nowadays, if you rely on the shit that Apple promotes to see what came out, you're gonna miss a whole lot of shit.
bro.
There's
You
a
gotta do what I do. The rapper you fuck with, you go to that album, go down to the bottom. Niggas at the bottom,
yeah.
those are other niggas you fuck with that don't be getting the props though. You know what I mean? That's really what it
There's
is.
also a few IG pages now that are really cool with being like, "Yo, this is everything that's coming out tomorrow," and so I need to make sure I link on those.
Let's
Um,
let's bring a couple of those next week.
yeah, okay, yeah, I'll find them.
We gonna forget.
So out outside of the IDK shit, there's a new GuapDad record that's out. He has now two. He got the paysexual shit from a few weeks ago, and he got this shit called Champagne Showers that just came out. And the vibe is all very upbeat, very party, very very upbeat Oaktown player vibes. So I feel like there's probably an album coming out because I think there's a theme on there. People really need to go check for GuapDad, man. That dude is nice. And I really like his perspective, his player shit. You know, I think he's dope. Mozzy and ESTG
You
got
like
a new
Mozzy?
yo
I
man.
love your fucking palette. This is
Put
crazy.
Mozzy in the category of dopest dudes that we don't talk about. And
Yo,
he's
put
not
Mozzy in the category of niggas I keep hearing about, and I try them every single time, and I do not like.
I feel
And
you. I feel you.
numerous times.
He's Mozzy is one of these street dudes in Cali that's like super super respected, you know, because I guess he's really really outside with it. He's very consistent. His music is good. He's not. I don't think he's gonna blow you away. And if you try to tap into Mozzy in 2026 and you never really heard his shit, I wouldn't be surprised if you just wasn't blown away. It was like, hey, this is just an era that I missed.
Mhm.
But I like the new. He has a record with ESTG that I really like. Um, these are all shit just came out a few days ago. Currency's shit.
Really?
Currency's new shit that just dropped is dope. Yo, it's dope. And
I
like
know.
yeah, I know. I feel like it's partly on me. Like it's not all on Currency that I don't listen to this shit anymore. Like I just get tired of certain shit. Like I stopped listening to Mobb Deep after Murder Music. You know, it just as like it got shit just got repetitive to me.
That's a weird.
Uh,
That's a weird comp.
it's
Well,
no,
Currency is like,
it's not a comp. It's me. It's like
yeah.
me. Sometimes I just tune you out if I've heard your shit for a while and
I
I'm
think
just ready to move on.
I think with Currency is like you ain't get you ain't get no better this entire time. I do
Mm,
respect that you're the same you the entire time, but these albums don't really be wow me away. But to offset it, you give me a lot of projects. So you give me a
yeah.
lot of mediocre shit to like grab one or two songs from.
You got to give me a different sound. And I think for a minute there, he wasn't, you know, we were tapping into a lot of the same shit. But this new shit, the sound is different. So yeah, it's still the same Currency, but the sound is different. And it's the two producers that I never heard before. And I kind of was like, you know what? I could listen to this. Like I like this. And the one thing about him, like, yes, it's a little bit repetitive, but he is nice. You know what I'm saying? He is nice and it's cool like he'll catch you occasionally, you know, if and so if the sound is different, it just I just caught myself hearing it. I was like, yo, man, this is actually all right. Like
I'll check
I'm
that
gonna
joint
listen
out.
to this shit.
I'll check
Yeah.
that out. Um,
Yeah, well, your man got one.
who that?
Key Glock got a joint with this dude Trap Dicky. Did you hear that shit?
Nah, I fuck with Key Glock a lot. I'm not gonna fuck with something that says and Key Glock. I'm not.
Ah,
I'm usually not gonna rock with the dude that you collab with. Key
it was
Glock.
just a song. Yeah, it's just a song, but
Yeah,
I liked it.
yeah. I like. Now you say that, I might go check it out. But
Yeah, it's just a
I
one.
saw it. I scroll back. Like I said, I'm a Key Glock fan, but when it comes to niggas that ain't really got no bars, I don't really rock with your homies, dog. Like I don't.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not
Right.
cool with that,
I can't rock
dog.
with all y'all.
Yeah, nigga, fuck out of
What
here.
about speaking of niggas that don't really have a whole lot of bars? It's funny to intro him like that. Did you hear ASAP Rocky's album?
All right, so before we go there, I want to let you know what I heard because that lets you know I want to talk about that shit.
Right.
Buddy got it.
Didn't I text you and say I don't have a lot to say about this?
Yeah,
Didn't I say that?
yeah. The funny thing about it, I'm gonna skip through ASAP and get to something else. It had nothing to do with that. Wiz album was actually all right. I ain't gonna hold you. It's funny I said that a little while ago.
Yeah.
Wiz album was all right. Dante Hitchcock got a song I like. He dropped a single. Buddy dropped a single.
Buddy shit. The ass match the legs. I like that shit.
That joint go. I don't know who the
like
niggas
that
is,
shit.
but I fuck with that joint. And what else?
Flo Milli. You heard Flo Milli
Yes,
shit?
I'm looking at Flo Milli.
I love it. I like her, man.
She nice.
So I really be redeeming myself when I find a female rapper because I know I don't listen to a lot of female MCs and I be feeling like an asshole for that. But I really like Flo Milli, man.
Random as fuck. I know we talking about rap, but I started my Friday with Ari Lennox's new album. I just thought about that because we just finished talking about Cole. But,
She dope though. She dope though.
Yeah. But the project that I really wanted to talk about, well, not really talk about, but it caught me off guard. Fetty P. Franklin and the Baby. So randomly a song called Leprechaun came on. And that was from this project. So I listened to it. That joint had me hooked. And I already fuck with the Baby, but I'm not really gonna fuck with, like I said, I'm not gonna fuck with it and the Baby, you know what I mean? If it's
Right.
the Baby and somebody I might fuck with, but no. This project go, bro. This project go. But it's because it's like the Baby give you that ignorant shit from niggas that don't be having bars.
Right.
But he got bars. Like the Baby flow like shit.
Yeah, he can. I'll give him that.
Yeah, so yeah, check that project out. ASAP Rocky. Yeah, I really like that shit. Ebro in the morning. Oh my bad. Ebro, ELR, as they're going as.
Yeah.
I didn't like them because I felt like they wasn't giving honest critiques of albums. And I feel like they be gassing albums up.
They do. I think so, for sure.
So I don't know whether that's what it is.
Anything in the Drake universe, they will gas up anything that goes against Drake and they will shit on Drake. Like that's their Achilles heel of that show, is they just need to not talk about Drake. Just leave that shit alone, man. Because y'all look like suckers. And
it's funny to me because I can agree with that assessment, but I never disagree with what they're saying about Drake, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it could
sure.
I'm from that same, I'm not that same cloth, but I don't like the same stuff about Drake that they don't like. So maybe I'm biased when they're saying stuff and I'm not understanding like, yeah, nigga, this is kind of why niggas don't like y'all show, because a lot of niggas like Drake and y'all just be shitting on the nigga they like a lot.
Right.
But I guess I want to segue because have you been listening to the show? Do you like the show? Do you listen to the show?
I haven't been listening to I support them. I just haven't been listening to it because like now there's no music on it and it's on YouTube and I'm just too busy to like listen to anything for too long. I fuck with them hard, you know.
I was already tapped in to the podcast. Like I'll just listen to it when it come out at 12 o'clock or whatever.
Right.
And now that it's on YouTube and it's live at 8 o'clock, I forget that I can listen to this bitch live. You know what I mean? And they just talked about the fact that they're doing a Patreon. So they are going to have music and all that stuff.
Cool. I'll tap in with them. I was listening to the first few that came on, you know, when they dropped it.
It is like I like it a lot more, but it's still like, all right, man, are we gonna talk about this every fucking day now? Like, every day, like, and it's funny because it's like, yeah, nigga, because shit keep happening that we ain't doing. You know what I mean? Because the whole day on Hot 97, they aired an interview. They aired the Ebro interview with ASAP, but they never said that Ebro was doing the interview. Like, they jumped around the fact that ASAP was talking to somebody type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's valid that you bring that up, but it's like, now I got to listen to y'all talk about this for 10, 15 more minutes, bro. Like, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Y'all keep doing this shit, bro. Like,
yeah. Hot 97 made a good choice by putting Mero on there.
I agree. I do.
And I think, and they agree too. And Libro and them, they had to give it up because Mero's dope.
And it's hard for niggas to believe that they are validly happy for Mero and this happening. You know what I
Right.
mean? I think people don't understand like what shit happened. I guess I'm talking like I know these niggas or whatever. But when you're on the outside looking in, it's like people think all this stuff is really going on. It's like, no, like I'm genuinely happy for this guy. Y'all niggas never had a boss you ain't like. What the fuck are we
Yeah.
talking about? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, I digress. I don't know these niggas.
Last thing. Mike Will versus HitBoy.
Woo. Didn't know about it.
Yo, that's going to be something. I went over their discographies because Apple's promoting it, so Apple put up an essential playlist for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that people sleep on Mike Will. I wouldn't say like he's underrated or nothing like that, but people need to not sleep on Mike Will's history. I went through his shit. Mike Will has some hits, man. Some real hits, man. And like he's got a very extensive, because I think we can all agree that HitBoy has a lot of damn hits, right? That he has a lot of work with Beyonce. He's got
But I think HitBoy has hits that everybody doesn't know about because he doesn't have a calling card, so to say. Right? He doesn't have a MikeWillMadeIt. He doesn't have that, right? It just
right. You can say that. I mean, but we all know that he's got niggas in Paris and he's got records on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got records like that. And maybe it's just been a little while. I don't know what the perception of Mike Will is at this moment, but I know I went through that shit and I was like, yo, this is gonna be something. These two dudes are going. I really appreciate the fact that we're elevating these two guys into this type of thing, and that they get to have this moment. The way that Cash Money and No Limit was a cultural event, right? And we all had to watch it because of that. This won't have the same cachet just because it won't involve those type of characters or whatever. But like, if you know about hip hop music, man, this is a big fucking deal.
Yeah,
and also,
just music in general, to tell you the truth.
yeah, if you know about music, yo, this is a big fucking deal. And this feels very much like, to me, this feels like RZA Premier level. As far as
but I think to the point where it go back to how Verzuz kind of started. It kind of started with producers.
With producers, yeah.
And you finding out like, oh, he made that. Like the whole joint was like, oh, he made that. Like it was just it allowed the producer to get more love because niggas ain't know that he made that. Cause a lot of times people don't know who made the beat. They just know they like that song.
Yeah.
So I think it looked like they trying to do the correct thing with this Verzuz on the comeback.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as it being culturally based.
This is very exciting. Yeah. And I hope people are not going to sleep on this. This is very exciting. And if you want to go through the essentials, that I would strongly advise everybody to add their essentials playlist, both of them, and go through there and hear the shit that you didn't know that he did and whatever. Like, there's some real joints. Mike Will really, when he dropped the tag, and just started, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different sounds, a lot of different textures. Because Mike Will was just that down. Mike Will was just the hottest down south producer that had the illest south sound.
I'm about to ask something very ignorant. So he had songs out here without the tag on it?
Yeah, man, a lot of them. Yo, man, a lot of them, bro. Watch when you go through that essentials list. Hold on, I know I fucked up my angle real quick. Did I add it? I didn't add it. Hold on. Yeah, his essential list. Hold on. Let me just pull up the essential list and then I'll go back to the angle.
Who the fuck made 2001? Who made Sicko Mode?
That's HitBoy.
Oh, so HitBoy must be first then.
Yeah.
Pour It Up. Who made Pour It Up?
That's Mike Will.
That's Mike Will?
Yep. Oh, okay. So they have a combined. I see what you're saying. They have the combined list. Is my angle good?
Freestyle.
That's HitBoy.
Oh, is it back and forth?
Yeah, the playlist is back and forth. So okay, Humble is Mike Will, Niggas in Paris. Yo, man, Mike Will did Formation.
Yeah, I seen that. I assumed that was HitBoy. I didn't know that. Okay.
Nah, man, that's Mike Will. You don't hear Mike Will made it on Formation. You
Yeah,
know,
that's Beyonce. Like, yeah, you can make this beat with
fuck that, take that shit off. The Ray Shremmerd, all those Ray Shremmerd beats,
Mm.
classic.
Okay.
Um, you know what I'm saying? There's some shit on here, man. Like and
Wake it
these
up.
are
Wake it up as him.
Rake It Up. Yeah, I think that one's Mike Will. Hold on. They have a separate essentials list.
Okay.
Here you go. The producers. My bad. It's the producers list.
Okay.
So Love Me, Lil Wayne with Drake and Future, DNA, Kendrick, Humble, Kendrick. You know what I mean? Like you don't hear Mike Will made it on
Yeah, I didn't
I'll
know
Be
that.
Humble. You know what I'm saying? Like that, but that's Mike Will. Um, Rake It Up is Mike Will. Try Me, that he got that weekend shit. I know that's not a big hit, but I love that shit.
This could be fun though. This could be fun.
I'm telling you, man, this
Yeah.
shit is gonna be
And this
live,
is next week,
man.
right?
I believe so. I think it's the 30th or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's coming up soon.
And do you
Yeah, I
usually
mean,
tap in live or what? Because I know with the I know back in the day I used to tap in live, but I
back
missed
well, you had to tap in live back in
yeah.
the day, right? I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
been lately, but I think I might with this one. I'm gonna
So I
try
didn't
for
with the three
sure.
six joint, and I was kind of mad about that. I want to tap in live,
Yeah,
especially if you get in the comments
the
like,
3-6 versus Bone Thugs and Harmony shit was dope
yeah,
for
definitely one.
sure.
That was definitely one I tapped into live. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you on the phone with your IG, then I had it on the TV with the Apple, I think so. Because you
yeah,
got to
that
see
shit.
the comments
Those
though.
shits was moments, man. Those shits were moments. It was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Damn, we ain't got no time for a playlist. Hey man, I think there's enough music in the world that if we got time, we could talk about the playlist. But we could actually just make a playlist every single week. Like we could drop a playlist every single week. That's something you'll be down for.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. I
no
guess
doubt.
we can kind of tailor it around. I guess what we thought was hot, songs we like, but then maybe some of the people we talked about. So I guess next week, like while we're talking, if we might see us go to the side and write a nigga name down because we know we talked about them a lot and want to put their song out type shit. You know,
We kind of low key did one just now.
what we do?
We named a bunch of shit that we was listening to.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess we could all right, send me 10, I'll send you 10.
Word.
I got some I'll let you know already niggas thing from Ja Rule is on there.
Yo, before we go, niggas that's rapping, we got to give a shout out to Oakland. Did you see that Mr. FAB freestyle on Sway
That
that I
nigga,
sent you?
Mr. Fab Knock. Yeah, but that nigga, yeah.
That nigga, that shit is off the head.
Freestyle is
That shit
so
is off the head. That shit is not free. You know, we almost got to call it something different. That shit's off the dome.
Cause look, and it's funny because this is weird. All the props that they be giving your boy for freestyling is like he just put together some rhyming words. That shit Mr. Fab do is like he be
Different.
rapping good as y'all niggas rap while he freestyle. Like that's a whole nother level of when niggas are that nice with freestyling, it's a
Yo,
whole nother
for
level.
those of y'all who haven't seen it, they did the bullshit where they feed him the word and he uses the word. And not only did he crush it, they also gave him a word that he had already used, and he said it in his verse that you already gave me that word.
No,
When he did that, I turned the shit off. I was like,
the thing
nope,
that amazed
not
me
fucking with
was
this nigga.
like for the first couple words, they were like a minute apart because they were so amazed by the nigga freestyle.
Yo,
They forgot that
and
they
they knew
forgot
it
they had a
going
job to
in.
do.
And they knew it going in. They knew they were like, this nigga's about to kill some shit. Like they were almost afraid to give him words. Like it was like, and when they gave him the same word twice, that's when I was done with it. I was like, I'm finished with this shit. That shit
And
is too crazy.
mind you, that show was built on niggas coming through and doing crazy stuff, like either having dope ass freestyles or the 5 minute joint. Like that is just they're built on that. And this nigga came in literally
Let's just
freestyle.
acknowledge that your only job in this was to feed him a word, and you fucked up before he did. And he was freestyling, and you fucked up before he did.
Off amazement though.
For one, so Mr. FAB, but we also need to acknowledge Casual. Casual from Hiero. Have you been fucking with Casual from
No.
Hiero? Casual from Hiero. Casual is like the Casual is not in Souls of Mischief, so he was kind of like the side nigga from Hieroglyphics, but not the side dude. Like he just wasn't in Souls of Mischief, so he was not on 93 Till Infinity, and he's not Del the Funky Homo Sapien, whatever. Casual is going the fuck off on
Oh,
his
what?
Instagram page.
Okay.
Yo, he has a new album out. It's on Bandcamp right now, but he said he's gonna drop it on stream on the 30th. It's a pay as you go album. So you can pay whatever you want. I'm gonna give him $20. Yo, Casual is killing shit, yo. And he's another one that has ill freestyles. Yo, and they're both from the Bay. So shit, him, GuapDad, and Fab are having a fucking nice little month here. But Casual's been posting shit for a minute now, and I realize that people don't know who Casual is or may not know. Go follow. I sent you one of his shits. Go follow it. Go fuck with Casual. That dude is going the fuck off. And he's a cat that's from our era. He's old. You can see he's gray bearded up like a motherfucker. He's older than us. You know what I'm saying? So he was out in 93 with 93 Till Infinity. Casual is that dude. And to hear him he's sounding as good as he's ever fucking sounded.
All right,
And
bet
he's
that.
going off, yo. Casual's rapping this week.
All right, bet that. I'm gonna check that out. But yeah,
Word
man.
up.
Talking about rap. We back.
Talking about rap.
All right.
College, bro.